Hello, this is Ink, and this is kinda game development, but mostly software development. I will be experimenting with the streaming settings of having some music on. Hopefully it will be there, the music will be not copyrighted, and it will be this kind of music. Yeah, let's go. Otherwise, I think everything else should be fine. That managed to finally get some... Okay. I haven't been doing the development for quite a while though. Let's see if my windows are good. This can be here. Chats are ready. Okay. Yeah. I can close this window. And I should be able to hear myself. Good, 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 good. So, let's show you what I was working on. It is an interesting application. Looks maybe it's kind of complicated. If my... Hey, window, why are you not capturing? Same time. Okay, now it's good. Yeah. So this is application which I'm working on. It has some interesting things. Guess you will not be able to see that one. But main point is trying to use the Yolo11 model. Basically. And we not use Python for a change. Because, you know, yeah, it's easy to start up, but it's pain. Python is pain. Yeah, we have stuff. We can manage cameras. Looks actually not good. Okay. But anyway, that's the thing I want to do. Frame processing. I do need to have a different kind of window, or at least... Okay, let's first change the size of the window. What in the hell is my Solution Explorer? Okay, let's change the size of the window because it's already too small for what kind of information needs to display. Okay. So for the goals, add the stock photo of the person. So first I need to get the stock photo. Let's browse the interwebs for the photos. Oh, okay. Any person... I need to have like full body view. Okay. Silhouettes. That's two people. I need a single person pose. Something simple. Okay, that's a bit too complicated. Maybe? I'd rather have them staring at in the front. Stock photos. That's too complicated. Okay, this could work, I think. Take it a smaller resolution. I don't need the high resolution photo. So the photo is from Pexels from Pixabay. Where is it? Okay, take the photo, add it to the solution. No, no. Why? Wait, I can make it into examples. Test data. Open File Explorer. Yeah. Copy. Okay, okay. Now the test data has an image. Yes. So this will be our test image, which in this case we have very clear distinction of a person and plain background. Pose is also kind of more complicated, but fairly clear to understand. We also have the face, which is also used in the Yolo11. Yes. So we have the stock photo. Cameras, tracker data. Okay. Let's make another group. Pose photo best. Hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. Would be real nice if there was no so many nesting gears, but that's UI for you. Okay. Yeah, if anyone cannot hear the sounds or the music, please tell me because I may not be able to understand it. Should be fine, I think. It's maybe loudish. So, photo test. The default path should be there. Let's do the properties, build action, copy. embedded resource maybe. I keep forgetting this. Copy always. Command text photo path. Yeah, this may be a bit on the complicated side, but that's what it needs to do. There's many components, and I want to make sure every component works fine, which is at the moment, sure, I get model loading. I'm using quotes, loading. That does not mean anything. But if I can load the model and then put the image into it, I can actually see if model loading is working, because that's a necessary part of my application, to have the points in my application. Yeah. Margin, button, load pose, stack panel. It's photo loaded. Then add a photo. Image. I'm more like stack panel. Orientation horizontal. Another stack panel. Orientation vertical. Put this on here. And then text block. Original photo. Yep. Process photo. Okay. Definitely should start working, making new elements. Okay. I think it can actually fit. It's because the window is too small. Maybe? Yeah. I could probably reduce the size of the photos in half. 320 over 240. Ugh. Can reduce the total size of the UI. 6, 7, wait, 5, no, 4, 2. Okay. So original process photo. A load photo. And another button will be process photo. Button. Yep. Is enabled process is photo loaded. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the question is, do we keep it at the same level or not? Because I think the main view model is kind of getting crowded, to say the least. And this could be just the module. Mm-hmm. Okay. Load model, process model. Sure, can I extract it here? I don't remember. I don't see that I can. Name, resource, snippet, nubs, round width, nub. Quick actions and refactorings. No, no. You will not let me. I guess we create new view. Why are these in here? What? Weird. For some reason they created as a view. Okay. Add new user control. Call it pose photo test. Test control. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cut this off. I missed one stack. Okay, go back here. Grid. It's not a grid, it's a stack panel. Yeah. Boolean status converted. What is a run? Interesting. First time seeing that kind of thingy. Okay, and this will be then Suppose do you need like build it or something? I don't remember. I do need a view model though. Or even better, you know how we'll be doing this? Yeah, we'll add a folder, call it user controls. Yeah, add a new folder and call it pose photo test. Yeah. Then let's move this control to that folder and actually add view model at the same. Yeah, keep it folder wise rather than like view models goes into view model folder, views go into views folder. It does not really matter at the moment. Class called pose photo test control view. Let's just call it VM to be easier. VM. Observable object. Using community kit, make it a public class. Yep. Move this one. I don't know why they keep. And can I? Yep. So that's our view model. We also need a model. Add new class. Call it model. What does our model need? Let's consult our UI. Our model needs, well, I guess, to have the model itself loaded. But first, pose photo path. That's a command. Stretches. Big stretches. Photo loaded. Photo loaded. I don't need by default photo. Pose click bitmap image bitmap sort pose photo image. Bitmap source process photo image. And we have two commands. Okay. Maybe that's correct. We'll see. Go into this model. Why do you have it new like this? Okay, we have the new model. Now we need to have a command. Add command. Load post photo command. Yep. Not save process. Apply commands. Process. Why not doing this properly? Now we probably need constructor for that. Sure, relay command. Okay, I need to set the controls to the model design instance, and then update model. Good. Now the model is loaded into the UI. Why is it not displayed though? I'm not sure. Probably just needs some recompilation. If we go to the model, also we need to set the path. It should be a jumping stock.jpg. Equals no. Oh yeah, technically it could be nullable. Okay. So that's a model. That's this one. Now I need to check on the main window. We should be able to add it. If I build a solution and see if I can actually add the element to the UI. Okay. Pose photo task control VM. Import it. Let's try run it just to see how it looks like. It has not loaded. Buggers. Okay then. Why? Because probably it's not registered and our thingies. Okay, anyways, I do want to see the load model. Should be main view model. Okay. Load model, what does it do? It loads into camera management module, pose detection service. How does it load it actually? Get type, backend description. Model loaded successfully. Frame processing. Okay. Is model loaded. This is the advantage of having dependency injection. Now I can just reference it to the pose detection service in here. For example, services. It says, wait, I can just do regions. Services. And region. Private, read only. No, not really. This one. Pose detection service. Sure. Now I can initialize in the constructor. Why are you doing this? I don't know. The model. I would also say needed public string status message. Wait, I can do even better. Private string status message and make it a observable property. Yeah. So in this case, I could say process, for example, if pose detection is not loaded, status messages, pose detection model is not loaded. Amazing. Beautiful. I do need to open the control itself first. And then add pose photo status. Oh, they cannot find the converter here. Why? Where's the Boolean converter? Is this just in main view model? No, it's an opposite, but the namespace is not correct. Okay. So why are you not loaded? Cannot be resolved. Let's ask help. Oh, it needs resources. Mm-hmm. I think it just needs some rebuild, maybe. Partial class. Cannot be found in views. Is it also in the main windows? That's problematic because I did change the... Yep. Local, it's not local. Okay. A build solution. Oh no. It's breaking down. Not good. Converters. Services. Facades. Models. No. Converters. Inverse converter. Not the right namespace. Null to Boolean. This one is correct namespace. Okay. So what's up with that? What? Mm-hmm. Boolean to status converter. Is it... So that's... This one does not need any. It's mainly main window that needed this. Tab. Gotta build. Okay, good. Oh look, it even shows the icons. Nice. Good. Main window can be closed. This is also not needed. I don't know what it said, that it does not have the parameterless constructor. Well, it does not. But does the main view model have? But main view model does not need to have parameterless constructor. The who does need it? It's Sunday. Yeah, main window also does not have it. Okay. Run. Text equals to binding status message. Okay, now we have some debugging. Look at this bullshit. Very important, I need to actually define the view model. What? What does this mean? Also, that's not the right way. Sure, that's as a data context to the view. And then I can close this one, this one, this one. Inaccessible constructors, yeah, because they're not registered. Models. Look at so many stuff. Singleton, not the right thing. Singleton, photo, task control VM. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do we need to add the constructor here? Which something did not bind. Stack trace, load BAML. Huh? That tells me nothing, mate. Nah, yeah, that literally the error does not tell me anything. Part something was not initialized. How it does not? It has the constructors. Sure, fix it. Go for it. What? No. What is saying? Go away. Okay, anyways, we do have the element, the UI. You have the status. I can then implement the loading and unloading. Nope. Let's check if model dot path even better if I need another service. Private read only I file system service. Nope. Why? No. Don't suggest these things. Add parameters to constructor, chop it, wrap every parameter. Yeah. Why I'm using a file system and not system.io? So you could test things. Hi, what I'm making a thing. thing. Wow, very descriptive. Let me show you. Merely a thing. Maybe you just need to copy this. Wait, yeah, that will be easier to show. A very fancy thing which I'll be using with VR and AI. Basically, I don't know if you heard about a thing like called Yolo. Yolo pose models, or in general just Yolo visual recognition model, which is very powerful model used to recognize a bunch of stuff, like categorize the images. And I'm trying to connect all of this together with some VR stuff. It's kind of complicated. Look at this. The window itself is also quite large. Currently just mostly at the testing phase. You need to calibrate the cameras, you need to connect them, you need to map the models. It's a lot of stuff, yeah. And at the moment, I'm trying to use a stock photo to load the model, to feed that photo into the model and get the key points, which shows where your hand, legs, waist or head is. Then if I am able to draw those photos, it will be real good. I will not be trading. Actually, wait, let me... I can show a window, hopefully. I'm just adding window capture. Web. That's not the right window, if you just have some patience. Okay. Yeah. We have this publicly available model, which can be used to detect poses. Where is it? Yeah. I don't need to do any training because a lot of smart people actually did the training for me. And so I will be just using their model. As you can see, it just tracks a bunch of people. You can see it here better. And you can use same kind of models for detecting all kinds of stuff. Like, it started like ages ago, but it's a really good model. Right, where's examples? I don't see those. Detect. Yeah, this is like very good example. Most people using just this kind of model, but they do have a specialized model for like poses. Yeah, it's fairly interesting thinking. Okay, where is the window? I can hide it. Yes. Okay. And at the moment, I'm just making a test window to load a photo and process the photo, basically. So it does not want to cooperate a bit. Yeah, so if the model... Okay, file system dot file dot exists model dot post path. Of course, we invert it, so it would be better. Nope. Arg. then status message and return. Yeah, basically that. Check if that exists. If it does exist, now we can load the photo. Then model pose photo. Pose photo image, which is the bitmap source, equals. How do you load bitmap? How do you convert it? Okay. Oh, mighty AI. How do we let's add a new one. How do I load a image to bitmap source using a file path to that image? Let's go. Good old AI. Bitmap. Yes. Oh, hi, the same person. Nice. Okay, so that should. What are you doing? What is this? That's some kind of metadata. Anyways. So this should load the image. Hopefully. Cache unload, freeze, and maybe. And then I can also set model dot image, no, loaded. So loaded true. Good. So this should technically load the image. Where is my window? That's not the right window. That actually could be the problem why this one is not working, because it also needs to initialize component. Yeah. Maybe that's why it failed loading it here. Close it. Photo test. Why does it just loads? I don't know why it just loads it like that. It should not do that. It should load actual element, but not just a namespace for some reason. Why? Don't remember. Main window XAML. Why I see only namespace and not the element itself. I'm using a tool. It's a good tool. It's a dangerous tool in the wrong hands, but it's a tool. And it's for some reason very slow. Probably because the UI, actually it's not that bad, it's just 300 lines. Yeah, if it loads it here, I can test the image loading. And it should load this image. It's a stock image. Yeah, it's a XAML. I could say, yeah, it's similar to HTML. It's basically, maybe it's more, well, technically it's more XML. Yeah, it's, why is it so loading so slowly? I don't know. Yeah, it's basically XML. So you have the tags to define the user interface. But if you don't know anything about that, let me show you a somewhat interesting thing. You can do that only in Go now. On the newer .NET frameworks, you can define them using code only. So, for example, this is how you define the grid. For readability, it's fairly much simpler, and you can define all of the behaviors, everything in C# only. Though I guess the problem with this one is a bit more difficult to understand what's happening. Yeah. A lot of these was generated, but yeah, I both use C# defined UI and XAML defined UI. Oh, I was dumb. I was just using the wrong control. Silly me. It was just the wrong control. Let's see if I build it, does it happen? No. Namespace, user controls. Pose photo test control. Because pose photo test user controls. Huh? Yeah, so if you use newer languages, it's newer .NET versions, you can definitely use both code and both XAML. I guess the problem with XAML, no, problem with code only, you will find less documentation on it because less people are actually doing it. Views. Is it the wrong namespace? Yep. That's the wrong namespace. That's why it's not working. It's not the right user controls dot photo test. That's why it's not working. Then I guess this is also incorrect. Yep. User controls dot pose photo test. This is what happens when you move your folders randomly, I guess. Okay. That should have fixed this pathing. Yeah. With this one. Good! We did it! We fixed it! Look at this! Now it's loading. Photo path. Yeah, the bindings are not working correctly. But otherwise, the element we design, it's already here. So yeah, we can load the model, we can change processing modes. For example, CAN is very nice just for testing purposes. Let me see if I can do something about this for demonstration purposes. 45, let's see. Camera is okay. Add a camera, start capture. Canny. Look, we have can edge detection. The basics are the basic. Hide the sorry shield. Warrior. Yeah. We have arm and stuff. We have a part they made, for example. And this is what you usually do at the first semester of computer vision. Learn how to do canny. Extremely powerful tool. Yeah, and you can detect like fancy edges. So that's the camera stream itself. Do I have any other part which can be used? Okay. Do I have any text I can use for detections? Also, it's not in focus for some reason. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And you add this, and now you can work at electronics manufacturing. Because you can use the detection just to check if your component is placed correctly. And as I said, is one of the simplest algorithms, yet so much powerful. And yeah, I made it so you could just connect with the URL camera. So this is a phone. Canny it's amazing. Then if you want even more better algorithms, next is Sobel, which also shows the edges in two directions, X and Y. So you can calculate the gradients. That's a bit more fancy stuff. But yeah, it's pretty amazing what you can do with it. And if I like stop the capture, yeah, and the funny part is this is just math. That's just math. There's no AI here, it's just math. Use the same algorithm to detect like faces, people sometimes. Of course, it's limited in this capacity, but it's just math. You don't need fancy AI to do this kind of stuff. Yeah, and wait, how can I zoom it? I forgot. Magnifier. I don't know if it will work. Hopefully. Yeah, you can detect a lot of things with it. And original photo. What kind of photo I wanted to do? Where's my what? Oh yeah. Jumping stock.jpg. Load photo. Nope. Oh yeah, because the bindings are failing. Model property not found. Main view model. An object type. That's not the right model. What are you saying? This is not the right model. Okay, let's stop it. Model. Design instance. Mm-hmm. Mm. I think that's the right way. The photo? Technically only from the binaries. But the problem is now it's binding errors. It's not the path. The path should be fairly okay. It's basically saying, hey, this element should use this backend. It's always such a mess. I keep forgetting how to do this. How do you do this again? Let's see. At the moment, photo pose photo for some reason looks at model of main window rather than using TI to instantiate thing. What do I need? Main thing, I keep forgetting how to do the view model bindings between user control and main window. My user control has VM, like this one, and main window has this user control. The problem is, at the moment, when I just add the user control to this main window, what is it doing everything for me? It is loading the wrong VM. Changes made. Okay. The issue was that the post-test control was being instantiated directly in XAML. Oh, okay. Which is called the parameters constructor and didn't set up property from DI. Okay, that's good. Updated the constructor to accept photo test control as parameter from DI and set it to content control placeholder. Okay, that's correct. What did you do? I guess this is fine too. Yeah, by the way, I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, so I may have two chats. So the question is, yeah, AI is quite amazing tool if you know how to use it, especially if you have a good base of just coding or product design. Currently, I'm using the Claude model. Works pretty damn good. Yeah, it basically designed most of this UI, and I'm taking over just because I know what I need to do better than it. And no, I'm not rushing. Post-test control. I don't like it how it... Wait, this? Yeah, it is paid, but it's $10 per month. which is the amount of work I would have needed to design all of this is definitely more than $10. Like, designing all of this, knowing which places to get, separating it, everything. Yeah. Separating everything here, making the backend, developing a prototype for algorithm is insane amount of work. Of course, testing is still a requirement. It cannot test if it works. If it cannot test if the like URL is working, it cannot. So how did it fix it? I don't need this one. It basically added the user controls here. Why is it using like this content? Maybe? Let's see, does it help? Oh, it did! Load the photo. Pose file does not exist. Oh. Copy full path then. Image loaded successfully. Good. Why is it empty then? Load the model. Model loaded. Load the photo. CUDA model. Yeah, you can get those models like for free. But if you want to use it at C#, you need to convert it to a different. Yeah, I guess. Why is it not load again? Photo loaded. Brain freeze, no. Load pose photo. Bitmap pose image. Wait, where's the debug? Transition, so you could see what's happening. So it kind of lost the image file. It for some reason does not display it. What is this VPF visualizer? Whoa. UI source, tooltip text, there's a lot of stuff. Bitmap. I think I may know why it's not working. Because this is not observable property. Means this needs to be private and model. No? Is it just only base types? Base types, probably. I don't remember. Sure, let's just skip it. It loads. It says it loads, passes through these lines, but image is blank on UI. Sure. I was trying to do something. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Enter. New chat. It'd be something with binding modes in post. Could be like I needed to find like two-way binding. Could be. I really like this thing, community toolkit MVVM. It reduces a lot of bloatware, basically. A lot of bloat of the code. Doesn't implement I notify, so you can. It is not implemented. Really? Partial. Well, yeah, technically it does help. Is it necessary good to define high-level things at the model? No. Will it work? Maybe. Copy full path. Load the photo. Continue. Let's go! We did it! Halfway there. We have original photo. Let's go. Good, good, good. Such a simple thing, but yeah. I guess this will work. So now, if we press process, it says pose detection model is not loaded. If we load the model is loaded. Process. Nothing happens because we have not implemented it yet. But before that, I will be making some commits. Loading test image user control. Process is not yet implemented. Commit staged. Good. Very important to make changes. When you make something work, commit the changes. Especially if you're just working a lot, it's very easy to do that. Commit the changes so you could always come back to the working state. So. Yep. Process image. Pose detection service. I forgot what it does. Detect poses. Oh, it needs a matte. Matte image. Do I need to give bitmap? Probably not. I need map. It will be convert. Yep. Sure, that's a bitmap. No photo loaded to process. That's not necessary. It should not be null. Matte, yep, converted. Bitmap source to mat. How do you convert it in main view model? Oh, it uses capture, so that's not the right thing. Bitmap source. There's two bitmap source. Mat to bitmap source. Opencv sharp. I need a. Let's do a regular web search. Opencv sharp. Bitmap source to mat. Bitmap source conversion. Okay. The mat. Bitmap. It's not null, but because it's loaded. Yep. Simple, isn't it? Detection result. Does my service... Why I keep hiding it? Services. That's camera pose detection service. That's loading a model. Detect poses. The result. What does the result do? Gives me key points. Oh, it can. Yes. Yes. Let's go. See, I implemented most of the things already. Good. Process mat clone. Draw pose detections. What's this? My phone is just saying this. Do stuff. Do stretches. Okay, let's do stretches. Honestly, this is nice. Maybe a bit of this. I do need to go grab me some water. Okay, I'll go grab myself some water and we'll come back. Good. Water drank, stretch is done. Can continue. Yep. This is the algorithm. Very simple-ish. I do need to fix up the loading path. Load the photo. Process photo. Model not loaded. Load the model. Process photo. Crashes. Cool, bruh. Cool, bruh. I guess it's to be expected because my current... Wait, where is my thingy? Yeah, my current progress never reached the point where the model would be actually working. That's why I'm doing the photo, not a camera stream, because it's easier to debug. Okay. Just close this one, don't need this one, don't need this one, close all of these. Let me maybe mute the music for a bit. System invalid operation exception. Inference fail on the GPU and CPU fallback. GPU error, preferable backend. DNN backend CUDA is DNN CUDA target. Preferable target. CPU error, number of input channels should be a multiple of 3, but got 4. Inner exception, Opencv exception. Number of input channels should be a multiple of 3, but got 4. This was the poem by some developers. So what does it mean? Okay, this is within my GPU error. Preferable backend not equal DNN backend CUDA. Oh yeah, you can run the YOLO model on CPU. A lot of people do, but I'm trying to work it on GPU because, you know, progress. Preferable backend is not equal to CUDA. But got 4. Is it because it's RGB, not RGBA? From blob image. Call load model first loaded. Backend. Of course, my debug for some reason does not show anything remotely useful. Call stack. Detect poses. Target. Why? Oh. What? CUDA. Backend Opencv. Opencv not built with CUDA use. Could be that I need to build Opencv with CUDA? Maybe? Let me also check my NuGet packages. Maybe that's the problem. I can't while it's in the debug mode. Oh, Mr. AI, tell me your secrets. Let's start gathering information about the context and variables one. Pushman cause side effects. Image channels, image type. Yeah, it is likely that I need to convert the image to different kind of source. Because you can either use grayscale images, you can use 1 channel, 2 channels, sometimes even 4 channel for like alpha. Some images have depth channel. Okay, let me check the post, bitmap seeing converted. Let's check what actual channel count. Bitmap format. Yeah, it basically looks in what kind of channels it's actually using. Could be the case. Is receiving RGB. Yep, as I said. Well, BGRA, which is with alpha channel. When bitmap image is loaded in VPF and converted to matte using Opencv sharp extensions to matte, the resulting map has 4 channels because VPS bitmap image typically loads images with an alpha channel by default. Makes sense, yeah. The CVDNN blob from image method does not automatically strip the alpha channel, so it passes 4 channel image to ONX model. Sure. Yeah, strip it. Strip it down. CVT color conversion algorithm. What are you doing? Oh. What? What? Process pose photo. Cancel. Process Yolo out. Nope. Process photo. Load the model. No, it's not a load the model. Pose detection result. Result. Does it clone it here? Where does it... Before clone detect pose and convert the 4-channel image to 3-channel PGR format. Yes, sounds good. So I don't know why the dispose method is just at the back. Pose detection service. Oh, it suggests. Okay, it's not in the detection service. No, it's very likely that it would also need to be done our voice in the VM. Yeah, it says do it here. Sure. Opencv sharp. Maybe it's needed here, maybe it's not. Let's see. Does not really matter because it's a test page. Okay, and we'll see if it actually goes into this place. Let's start. I will specifically be keeping the not debug for Load the photo. Process photo. Load the model. Process. Okay. Let's see. Match channels. Yep, it's a 4 channels. And now Matt has 3 channels. Oh, look at this. It has nothing. Good. It, quotes, worked. Which means it was able to process the image. It did not load anything. I wonder why. And the fact that it returns the same photo, it's also a good thing. Yep. Also, how much time have we already streamed? Oh, it's only like an hour with a bit. I may do a bit more, and I think I'll be switching to something else. That's something else. It's probably going to be satisfactory because it's Christmas events. Yeah. Could do RuneScape's Christmas event, but I don't feel like it. Okay, so this was correct, as I also kind of guessed it. Detect poses. The problem is that it did not detect any pose. Detect poses. Why? Why did you didn't detect anything? Let's see. Oh wait. That's not the right window. Transition. That's a chat. Silly me. Wait, what? Oh, Studio Debug. Yeah. You can see it managed to load the photo. I should also probably copy this path and paste it in the model because, you know, reducing amount of repetition. So it managed to process the photo, which means it did something. It returned the same image, which means the image was processed correctly. If it was not processed correctly, it would return a different kind of image, like the size, the colors, something like that. Okay. Yeah, it is the model. Stop debugging. Or maybe I should, yeah. Process pose photo. Yes. Where's my log configuration? Right to debug. So I could see what's happening. What kind of backends it's actually using. Okay, I'll load the model, load the photo, process the photo, hide the debug. Okay. New pose detection result. Scene and DN blob from image. What does blob from image do? Scalar, true, false. I have no idea what that does. set input, backend, output. Good. Baseline CPU hardware features. Loaded successfully. CUDA FP16. Good. So the backend is correct. Try model forward. Model. And it got itself the exception. Okay. Fails. There's this one. Error message. Where's my window? It's missing. Okay, we got an exception. Inference fail on the current backend. CUDA target. DNN backend not equal to CUDA. And then it tries to fall back to CPU, I guess. Or Opencv backup. Set preferences, backend description. We're trying on CPU backend. The source file has changed. What? And it did get some outputs. Wait, is it a mat? It is a mat. Data pointer, data handle. I think that's anything that's readable. Human readable format. Okay. Okay, then stop debugging and say, okay, does this? Say, but on CPU target it succeeds, though the result output is empty, I guess. Maybe also Opencv Yolo output is at fault too, though output image is the same as input, which is okay. Reading stuff. And we can also tick some points. Yeah, we added Added the stock photo. Load pose model. Yep, we do load it. We are feeding it, but we cannot get it back. Yeah, getting closer to the goal. I do not like the song. Skip it. Yeah, there's something not particularly working. Also, you can see what happens when you ask AI to do some algorithm stuff. It starts building it in so many nesting levels, and it's become such a mess. I specifically needed, like, even just for camera services, I needed to, like, ask it to not do some random shit. Like, what is happening? What? Okay. What did you do? Based on the errors on your observation that CPU interference succeeds but produces empty results, there are two separate issues to address. The GPU inference failure. The CUDA backend peripheral backend blah 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 suggests a mismatch between the backend and target settings. The fallback logic needs to reload the input after switching the backends. But the current code doesn't handle that batch dimension correctly. Could be. Backend CUDA, target CUDA. Sure. What? It didn't change anything. Let's try different loading. Load model, full load photo, process photo. Let's see. Yep, still fails. Copy expression. Nope. CUDA, CUDA. CUDA, 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 CUDA. I don't know. This one is fairly difficult to debug though. Probably reading documentation would help, you know. Okay. It's doing stuff. You need to ensure that Opencv is built with CUDA support. So you can specify CUDA back in your code. Okay, and how do you get the Opencv built with CUDA support? Yeah. Let's see what it changed. Fixed to address both interference failures for results, added the conversion. Yep. Resets the input block over switching backends from CUDA to CPU. Proper input backend after configuration changes. Fixed CPU fallback logic, resets input blocks. Ensures proper backend configuration changes. Sure, mate. Sure. Added coordinate scaling. Properly handles output shape from Yolo pose. Splits CPU and GPU appearances to separate methods. So I will reduce the nesting. Let's see. Native bindings. Oh. Opencv Sharp does not support CUDA. If you want to use CUDA features, you need to customize the native bindings yourself. Ah. What did you do? Sure. Keep. Running interference with the color. Sure. Blob. And how do you do that? Build instructions. Or at least the fallback should work, I would think. Math. Oh, no way! No way, no way, no way. Mates, no way. That's not the right window, you silly being. That was a chat window. I should delete this window. Remove. Yes. Look at it! We did it! Yay! It's probably still using a CPU. Yep. CPU fallback, which is still good, you know. Not everyone has GPU. And I'm serious. We did it. We got the points. Which means connecting camera should also work. Actually, if we open my camera, Droid Cam, add the camera. Where's the image? Start capture. Continue. Let's go! Camera also works to some extent because, you know, some funkiness happening here. Likely because of redrawing things. It has very little FPS. But it works, mates. Let's go. This is how you do this. Yeah. Okay. Good. Stop capture. Yes. Yes. Good. Very good. Good. Amazing. Capture works. Model detection works. I don't know why it drew multiple of these lines. Okay. I do want to zoom into this image though. Let's go. Very good, very good. So we stop debugging, make it commits. Yay, let's go. CPU only, no. Commit and push, because, you know, backups. Okay. So we have detection, which means we can also do other stuff. Would preferably would okay, get back key points, draw key points, success, days goals completed, good. Would be nice that the GPU would be working. What the hell are you doing? Okay. Subs enabled CUDA in the Opencv share. Build Opencv with CUDA support. I need build Opencv from source with CUDA enabled. So we need CMake, CUDA DNN, install Visual Studio development tools. CMake stuff, yep, that's pretty accurate. Extremely complicated, but pretty accurate. Build this take a while. Build native. Clone the bindings. To point your code enabled Opencv. Point your code enabled Opencv. Modify. Could we do all of this in Docker? I think we can. Because this will make everything simpler, I guess. Build native library. Use custom native library. Your custom, my custom, coulda build, coulda runtime DLLs. How about Docker? Run it in Docker or build it in Docker. Okay, so we did manage to do the most important thing, which is at least CPU detection, which is somewhat okay. Like the frame rate was terrible, but it works, which means we can test things. We can test the whole application and just performance improvements. Biscuits. Yeah. Docker files. Opencv version sharp. GPU, yeah. You know what that also means? That I would be targeting specific GPUs. But the fallback works, so if it fails, you could always just use CPU. And I think it also just runs on a single GPU. Okay, Docker file. What do you do? Oh, you can also have CUDA builder straight away. Nice. Install build props, libdev, a bunch of libraries, diff, codecs. Yep. Opencv and Opencv contrib. Build Opencv at CUDA. Build on the Opencv sharp builder. It clones Opencv sharp. Very good. That reduces amount of clutter in my repo. Runtime image with binaries. Yeah. Docker, let's go. Windows containers with CUDA support. What? It will take 30 to 60 minutes. Thank you. Build Windows. To build Opencv with Windows. See me? What? Well, build shell. Docker file. Yeah, seems to be okay. Oh, it even added quick start. Windows native build. Nice. Good, I guess. Okay, let's just keep it. There's a lot of stuff to do, and we'll be doing that next time. the most important thing, we did manage to achieve very complicated thing of just testing the photos and loading the points, and we did. Awesome, amazing. So yeah, it actually shows the preview. Anyways, so that will be it for the coding, and I'll take a short break and we'll see you in next thing. We'll be playing Satisfactory. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. So to summarize what we did today, we added a stock photo of a person, loaded a model, feed the photo in the model, got back the key points, and was able to draw the key points. To show the example again, load photo, process photo, model is not loaded, process photo, and the photo is processed, and every point is already there. See? Amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next stream. Bye.